In the freezing silence of the battlefield, Soviet soldiers stood watchful, gripping their rifles tightly as the cold wind howled around them. Suddenly, a faint whistling sound pierced the air, growing louder by the second, until a biochemical gas bomb exploded violently, releasing thick clouds of toxic smoke across the field. Chaos erupted as soldiers coughed, panicked, and scrambled for cover, while in the distance, a group of female Japanese unit commanders, dressed in heavy protective suits, approached calmly. They were part of the infamous Unit 731, a secret biological division responsible for horrifying virus experiments, and today they were here to test a deadly new weapon on captured Soviet prisoners. But when the smoke cleared, they discovered something shocking: one of the Soviet prisoners had escaped. Enraged, the Japanese commander ordered an immediate search, demanding that the fugitive be captured alive at any cost. Dozens of soldiers stormed the area, rifles ready, but the missing soldier was clever. Instead of running blindly, he crawled into thick, overgrown grass, lying perfectly still as enemy patrols passed by. His heart pounded in his chest, his breathing slow and silent, believing he had evaded capture until he turned his head and locked eyes with a lone Japanese soldier standing just meters away. For a brief moment, time seemed to freeze, and then chaos erupted as both men lunged for weapons. The Soviet soldier grabbed a bayonet first and struck swiftly, taking down his opponent, but the sound of the struggle gave away his position. Within seconds, dozens of rifles were pointed in his direction, and a hail of bullets ripped through the grass as he sprinted desperately toward the forest, zigzagging to avoid enemy fire. His lungs burned, his body ached, but he refused to stop. Just as the enemy closed in, he leaped from a cliff into an icy lake below, disappearing beneath the surface, and against all odds, he escaped. Hours later, the soldier was rescued by his comrades and taken to safety, where he revealed shocking information: the Japanese were preparing to unleash a powerful biological weapon against Soviet forces. Alarmed by this revelation, the Soviet High Command immediately dispatched an elite reconnaissance unit to locate and destroy Unit 731's secret laboratory before it was too late. That night, inside the Soviet command tent, tension filled the air as strategies were debated. A veteran soldier warned that the eastern slope chosen for landing was dangerously exposed and perfect for an ambush, but the commander, trusting his maps, insisted on sticking to the plan. At dawn, the reconnaissance unit descended the eastern slope cautiously, their boots crunching softly against the frozen ground, but before they reached the bottom, gunfire erupted from every direction as Japanese forces launched a brutal ambush. Bullets tore through the air, grenades exploded, and smoke filled the valley as the Soviets fought desperately for survival. The commander quickly split his forces, sending one group to engage the enemy head-on while another flanked them from behind, and the battle raged fiercely for hours. Exhausted, wounded, and outnumbered, the Soviet soldiers refused to surrender, launching a final counterattack that pushed deep into enemy lines. After clearing multiple bunkers under relentless fire, they finally discovered the hidden biological laboratory. Inside, they found test tubes filled with strange viruses, machines running experiments, and cages holding infected animals, proof of Japan's horrifying plan. Without hesitation, the commander ordered explosives to be planted throughout the facility. As the final seconds ticked away, the soldiers took cover, and with a deafening explosion, the entire lab was engulfed in flames, erasing the Japanese biological weapons program in an instant. Though many lives were lost that day, the mission was a success, and the Soviets had prevented a disaster that could have changed the course of history forever. Yet, as the smoke cleared and silence returned to the battlefield, one thing was certain: this war was far from over, and an even greater fight was yet to come. This video is proudly brought to you by the Red Cross and SIKANA, two organizations working together to create a safer and better world for everyone. For more than 1.5 centuries, the Red Cross has stood at the front lines of humanitarian work, helping people in times of crisis, providing food, shelter, medical care, and above all, hope. Whether it's responding to natural disasters, assisting war victims, or supporting communities after tragedies, the Red Cross has been there whenever humanity has called for help. Every single day, thousands of dedicated volunteers and professionals risk their lives to protect others. They are the ones who arrive first when disaster strikes and leave last when everyone is safe. Their compassion and dedication have saved millions of lives and continue to inspire the world. SIKANA, on the other hand, is committed to one powerful idea: knowledge can save lives. Through their free educational programs and videos, they empower people with essential skills to stay safe, healthy, and prepared. From learning first aid techniques to understanding disaster preparedness, from promoting environmental awareness to teaching healthcare basics, SIKANA is making valuable information accessible to everyone, no matter who they are or where they live. Their vision is simple yet powerful: create a world where everyone has the skills and confidence to respond in emergencies and take care of themselves and others. This partnership between the Red Cross and SIKANA brings together the experience of humanitarian experts and the power of knowledge-sharing platforms. Together, they are creating high-quality, easy-to-understand, and practical training videos that anyone can learn from. These resources teach life-saving techniques like CPR, wound treatment, rescue methods, and safety practices that prepare you for unexpected situations. Imagine being in a place where someone collapses, and you know exactly what to do. That is the power of education combined with action. These videos aren't just lessons, they are opportunities to make the world safer, one person at a time, but this mission is bigger than just two organizations. It includes you. By watching, learning, and sharing these videos, you become part of a global movement. You have the chance to become someone who can make a difference when it matters the most. A single skill, a single decision, a single act of kindness, these can save lives. You might not realize it, but by preparing yourself today, you are shaping a better tomorrow for yourself, your family, and your community. That is the true power of knowledge. When you learn something that saves lives and pass it on, you create a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you can see. Every life matters. Every effort counts. And together, we can build a world where people are no longer helpless in emergencies but empowered, confident, and ready to act. This is the vision that drives the Red Cross and SIKANA forward, a vision of hope, unity, and resilience. Today, as you watch this video, you are taking an important step toward becoming part of that vision. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can protect one another. Together, we can save lives. This video has been jointly produced by the Red Cross and SIKANA to inspire action, create awareness, and share the tools that make a safer, stronger, and better future possible for all.